Good evening, everybody. Who's ready for some racing? We got the truck races. First race of the series tonight of the championship series. Waiting for all the trucks to log in so I can see how many we got in tonight. Currently watching Mr. McCulley go around the track. They're doing their qualifying laps. As it stands right now, it looks like we got Rick Fagone has got the pole at the moment. Oh, there goes Mr. McCulley on his qualifying laps. What else we got out here? We got the one and only Ivan Jones, the multi-talented, multitasking racer. Out there getting his qualifying laps in right now. We have 10 racers currently registered with qualifying laps. Looks like Keaton Tripp is now taking the top spot for qualifying. While we wait for these guys to qualify, we look at the points. Got, oh no. Well, Ivan, were you trying to type to the stream? All right. So current points for going into the chase. We got Richard Holland is in front. Ricky Fagone is in second. Chuck Sweeting in third. Roy Hyde will be fourth, currently starting off the points here. Keaton Tripp is fifth. Brandon Showers will be sixth. Randy Showers will be seventh. Austin Wagner will be tied for seventh with Randy. John Sanu is ninth. Tommy Haynes is going to be 10th. Jacob Daniels is 11th. And John T. Wimbish is going to bump out TJ Lee because of a win. So that's where we got for championship racers from point standings. Vern, you're supposed to be racing, practicing, doing your qualifying laps, not chatting in the stream. It's slick out there tonight. Be careful. It's icy. Who are we watching? We got Steve Seegers out there. Well, we had Steve Seegers out there.
What's happening, Brazy, and the rest of the YouTube world?
What's going on, Mr. Vern?
You got me in the booth and the car.
Nice.
And I ain't qualifying, Brazy. I felt
You're not.
Practice. I need to get a few laps behind these guys to see what they're doing so I can mimic it.
Okay. Well, we got Ivan saying it's slick out there, so
Yeah, I think Nation was out here putting banana pills on the track.
damn it, Nation. You know, somebody really needs to hold on and wrangle him up every once in a while. He gets out and does some.
I'll tell you, Brazy, there's really no containing that guy. You can try, but you're not going to do it. I mean, they've tried. He's pissing every water cooler on pit road time and time again.
Jeepers, criminy. I mean, you try and have nice things.
I'm gonna be your in-truck commentator from the back of the field, Brazy.
The back of the field, huh? Now let's see. Looks like we have the gridding.
There's actually people behind me.
There is.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Looks like you are the first one of the non-qualifying people.
Well, that's just my bad luck, I reckon.
There's everybody. Hey,
They're
there you
loading
are.
in slowly.
Vern, you racing or talking?
I'm doing both,
He's
I
doing
guess.
both.
I
He's
could go back if
multitasking.
you're up. Are you racing and talking too, Bert?
I'm trying to decide on one or the other. I got 55 seconds to figure it out.
Well, I'm racing and I'm talking.
Well, if you want to go down there, I'll talk.
All right.
What's going on, Bert? We're
How
just
you doing, Brazy?
doing pretty good. I was just gonna go through the lineup. So in first tonight, getting the pole, we got Keaton Tripp. To his outside is gonna be Justin Gann in the 30. The next row, we're gonna have Ricky Fagone in that number 10. And Chuck Sweeting will be on his outside. Let me see if I can get a different view here. Oh, here. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, Chuck Sweeting in the 75 is going to be next to Ricky. And then you got Richard Holland is going to start 5th place tonight with Terry Kahn to his inside or outside on the 33. Starting 6th tonight. You got Tommy Haynes is going to start 7th in that 17. Jacob Daniels is going to start 8th in that 72. And you got TJ Lee keeping it real and starting in 9th, 34. And you got Jeff Gilmore starting with that 57 in 10th place tonight. Then we got Roy Hyde will be in 11th with that 00. Ivan Jones is going to be next to him with that 53 in 12th place. You got John Sanu in 13th place with that 86. And Austin Wagner will be on his outside with that 27 car or truck tonight. Seth Steele will be starting in 15th place with that 66, sorry. Randy Showers will be next to him in 16th place with that 21. You got Vern Bradley is going to be starting in 17th. Bert Wilson is up here in the booth with me tonight. And where's the rest? Oh, there we go. Lance Yancey is going to be starting in 17th or 19th in that 77. Brandon Showers will be 20th in that 23. Steve Seeger, Mike McCauley will be 21st in the 81. Steve Seegers is going to be 22nd in that 16. Brad Patterson in that 28 is going to start 23rd. Greg Parmalee in that 4 is going to start 24th. Paul Patterson in the 51 is going to start 25th. And Gary Wright is going to start 26th in that 38. And that is everybody tonight.
And you got it in before they went to green. Good job.
It was getting close. It was getting close.
Well, on these tracks less than a mile, you get 2 laps, so that helps out.
Pace car is going to
in.
drop down. Green, green, green. And we are off on the first championship race for the Truck Series. Eighmey Contracting, Wednesday Night Truck Series. Brought to you by Eighmey Contracting. We got Keaton Tripp getting that jump off on that start, and Justin Gann behind him. Is this going to be a battle like we saw last night?
I suspect it will be. The truck drives real similar to the Xfinity. Maybe a little bit more control. But again, you're going to see people snapping loose coming off, so you're going to see who can hang on to it, and those two are really good at doing that. Looks like Chuck's not wasting any time. Yeah.
He's trying to get up there. Ricky's catching up to Chuck, though. Chuck's starting to open or knock on that door for the inside line, it looks like, to get around the 30. Looks like Justin got a little loose there on the inside somehow.
Yeah, Chuck. These top 5 are trying to break away a little bit. See Ricky diving it low, trying to get a run down low. You can do that. It's a lot harder to get it traction, and there you go.
And there's our first caution of the night.
Looks like he didn't hit anything, didn't hit anybody, so he'll get it straightened out, and we'll get this thing back under green again.
Well, looks like we got cars stopped or trucks stopped everywhere here. He didn't hit anything, so it's likely that he's not gonna. Nobody's probably gonna go in for a pit stop on this. I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's too early for tires, but who knows? Some might come in top off. They can get probably 83 laps of fuel tonight, so they can go over halfway. But if you're in the back, you might as well top off. Tires are cold when you come out of the pits, so if they can stretch it a couple laps, maybe they'll get lucky with a caution and catch everybody.
We're getting them lined back up here. Wow. Oh. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that driver chat.
So
Should
we're
be
gonna,
getting ready to go here pretty soon.
yeah, we're gonna get lined back up here again. We got Keaton and Justin in front, Chuck Sweeting third, Terry Kahn fourth, Richard Holland fifth, Jacob Daniels sixth, TJ Lee seventh, Tommy Haynes in eighth, Jeff Gilmore in ninth, and Roy Hyde will round out the top 10 on the restart.
You see Tommy running the new paint tonight, the Reese Fuel, blue chrome.
Oh, look at that. No more bush.
Looking good.
Up here, we'll start off with the 33 here. Once they get going through some laps, we'll start going through the field. Take a look at all those designs on those cars, trucks tonight.
Yeah, now that iRacing put the spec map out a year or two ago, you can really see some nice paint jobs out there. Everybody likes their chrome, I guess.
It's just, they like shiny.
Yeah, ooh, something shiny.
All right, pace cars down. Keaton getting a nice jump on that start.
It's real hard to keep pace with that leader on the start the way iRacing does it. You can't speed and you can't pass them, so it's really hard to get a good jump, and really gives the leader an advantage, especially with the restart zone.
Got 33 here trying to decide if he wanted to go in between those two. That wouldn't have been a good idea.
It's 3 wides possible here, but everybody has to, pay attention to what they're doing. You can run it top, middle, or bottom.
Justin's going to catch back up to Keaton on that.
I was fixing to say when Ricky spun out, you can use that bottom, but it's really hard to get the rear tires hooked up coming off down there. You can gain a lot of time going in, but you usually lose it coming back out.
You see Terry bobbling there, taking that high line. Getting a good run on these corners, it looks like, though, keeping up with Justin.
Yeah, it looks like the top 8 or so have gotten single file. They're still trying to sort it out in the back, but that top 5 again is looking like they want to pull away. And that's Gann. He's trying to work on the leader, but don't think he can get the run down there to make a pass.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah,
he was
Terry
getting
Kahn
loose.
a little wobbly. Yeah, he was a little loose. But he's working that top side, and he may end up with second out of it if he can keep the back end under it.
Let's go and hop in the car cockpit with him.
Yeah, you see those quick jerkings. He's catching that. Every time he jerks that wheel back straight, he's catching that truck.
Oh, he's making a good push. Not going to be enough, though.
You can get a lot better run off, center off on that high line. So that's getting him up there where he can keep him worried about it anyway. He is loose. Sooner or later, that's not going to work out for him, I'm afraid. You risk burning your right rear off too, and if you keep that up, it'll just get worse and worse.
You can see the different lines everybody's taking, and they all kind of come back together when they get on the straightaway. Oh, no. Got Richard Holland getting around Chuck on that ran.
Yeah, they're hanging on to the front group there. You see Tommy Haynes, and I can't see the number on the guy in front of him. They're trying to keep contact, but they're starting to fade back a little bit too for 6th and 7th.
So
they're starting to get stretched out.
Jay Lee will move in a little bit on these guys.
It looks like Daniels has been pressuring Roy behind them, and otherwise it's single file back to about 15th or something.
We'll go back to 00. Roy Hyde. Jacob Daniels and Jeff Gilmore right behind him.
Jacob was up on him trying to use the high side, but it couldn't make it work. You'll probably see some of these guys fall off, and what some people look like they pick up because of tire wear. It's not terrible, but they're going to put a lot of laps on the tires tonight. Oh, got somebody way down on the apron in the back there. Looks like that's all good.
Jump back here, 53, Ivan Jones. Kind of in one of those gaps in the line right there. You see Vern sneaking up on him, though.
Yep, I'm not sure where he started.
Vern started in 17th place tonight. He's now up to 12th, so he's moved up 5 spots.
He's good with these loose off trucks, so as long as he doesn't end up stuck to the wall, he should be able to work his way up.
Well, I mean, it's not a race if Vern doesn't touch the wall at least once.
Nation, how you doing?
What's going on, people?
Oh boy. Well, I
Uh-oh.
just lost that bet
What was the bet?
that you would be here.
And who bet against you?
Ricky.
I'm just saying. Ricky bet? Damn.
Yeah, Ricky said he was gonna do some things, and I said, well, that's if he's here.
Well, I had to wait for something to finish downloading because Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Damn it. Are you doing Wi-Fi from the McDonald's parking lot?
No, stupid. I'm at home.
Oh. uh,
Looks like pretty much the whole field's singled out now. That backpack finally got it sorted out. So they're all kind of just running their line, doing their thing.
following Austin Wagner right now. We're gonna drop back and look at the man we were just talking about, Ricky Fagone. Out there currently running 14th, started in 3rd, so he must have had a little. Oh, that's right. He's the one
Yeah, he's spun out. He's trying to work his
forgot
way
already.
back up. Yeah. Which brings me to my next point, viewers. Don't smoke crack.
Got a battle going on.
And drive.
Gan's just refusing to go away, isn't he? D. Richards moved into 3rd there, right?
Jump back up here and take a peek at that. A group of 5 has become a group of 4.
Yeah, you saw Terry Khan up there battling, getting all loose. It looks like he may have pissed off his tires a little bit. He's starting to fade back.
Justin is continuing to battle, trying to keep up with him.
I see him diving low there, trying to get some time going in. It's just so hard. You about got to have them cleared by the time you come off. Otherwise, you need the whole track to get by them. So if you haven't cleared them by the time you leave the corner, you're probably not going to get it done. And as small as this place is, momentum off is big. If you can't get your run off, then look, now he's getting challenged by Holland for that failed attempt low.
Battle for 2nd place right now. Which is going to hold that low line.
Again, he's trying to do that low line pass and wasn't able to pull it off. Ian's got to be liking that, though. You guys go ahead and sit back there and irritate your tires while I just ride comfortably. Gotten him a couple of truck lengths.
See Richard kind of falling back again a little bit now.
It was very much a rhythm track. You can kind of break your rhythm, break your momentum. It takes you a lap or two to get back in it.
They've settled back down a little bit again. Let's go back through the line. 33 of Terry Khan. He was up there with them guys. He's falling way back now.
Yeah, and you got Tommy Haynes in 6th. He's under pressure from Roy Hyde and Jeff Gilmore. They're in 7th and 8th. Jacob Daniels, he's in 9th. I think he's fallen back a little bit now. I think he might have been up a couple of spots. Ivan Jones in 10th. He's having a good run. Talking and typing and drinking and doing like 3 other things, doing some algebra while he's driving.
What's going on, Paul? Oh, he was pushing and he ended up losing it. Doesn't look like it's going to bring out a caution, no?
So you found it.
Found something. Wasn't what he wanted to find.
That was Keaton. Yeah, riding on the edge and broke it loose.
No, that was Jeff Gilmore.
Oh, okay. I was looking in the back, didn't see it.
Yeah, he was up there pressuring Tommy and Roy and trying to push to the inside and ended up breaking loose on the rear end and ended up falling back a spot. So no, he's trying to get back up to Ivan, get a spot back. Then behind them, you got a battle. You got Austin, Byrne, and Ricky. Current battle for 11th place right now.
Yeah, so Ricky's in 12th. He's picked up a couple more spots, so he's on a recovery drive, starting the race in 3rd and had a self-spin, so he's working hard trying to get back up there. Looks like he might get Vern here if he can hold the speed coming off.
Stay focused on these guys right now while they battle it out.
Could take another lap or two couldn't get the run off there and had to fall back in line.
What's going on, B&B? Welcome in. The race is going well. We are 1 caution so far. And it was by that man right there who self-spun, didn't hit anything, didn't hit anybody. It just reset, and now we've been going along. 43 laps of 150 tonight. We're gonna put Nation to sleep tonight. That's the goal.
You're doing a good fucking job, I'll tell you that.
I mean, I could start singing to you, Nation, if you really want.
No, that would be gun to the head.
Wow.
Because we can't say that word.
We could use our golf voices if you want.
That's what he says I'm using already.
Our golf voices.
So many comments, so little time. It's only 150 laps.
We're only 46
Maybe we
laps
have
in.
45
We got
of
plenty
them
time.
down.
So 105 laps.
Good job. You didn't even have to use your extra finger.
Nope, I had one to spare. See, I could have made another joke right there that would have been funny, but nope, I held back.
But you didn't go in the gutter.
Well, I could have said I had one finger left and it was for you. Guess which one it was.
I don't want to know.
Moving back, we got John Snew running in front of a group of vehicles that are trying to catch him.
Looks like the leaders are coming up on a lap car. They'll probably move over and let them on by. That's Brad Patterson. Glad to see him back out there. He's getting used to some new pedals and actually hasn't been in the truck much, so he's kind of far back in the pack, just getting some seat time. But
Looks
good
like
to see him
Lance is
back up
coming
there.
in for a pit.
You might see that two pits at about 50 laps each. You know, to get those new tires. It's a good strategy, but if a caution comes out between then and when everybody else pits, you could be trapped a lap down.
Got TJ Lee and Mike McCauley battling right there. You got Sussteel running behind them. And Nesquik 66. Get Randy behind him.
Randy Showers. I haven't seen if Randy's the son, right? Haven't seen his dad run the trucks.
No, he's the dad.
Yeah, Randy's
he's
the
the
dad.
dad.
Brandon's the son.
Right on. And then Gary Wright, the 38 there, running in 20th. These guys look like they're just kind of trying to hang on, log some laps, save their tires, hopefully have something later in the run. And that's back around to the leader.
You got Brad Patterson.
Right.
And we're back around to the leader.
And you got Paul Patterson, pulled her into the pits, called it a night.
He's in the chat.
I see that.
You know, so is I, but that don't mean anything.
Well, that's true.
Mhm.
So is Vern and so is Michael. So
Vern said that before the race even started.
they were on the pace lap.
No, they weren't. They were practicing. I was lurking.
Well, they were qualifying. They weren't practicing. They were qualifying.
Well, yeah, whatever the fuck you call it.
Master in chat.
Damn. That's funny. Because it's on you. For once, it's not on me.
It's not on me either. He's saying he's faster in the chat. He is on the track. That's what I took it as. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think that's kind of how I took it.
No, that's what he meant, I would say. I'm just saying, I didn't get insulted this time.
That's true. That's true.
Got somebody in the infield here, spinning out. I don't know if it's going to bring out a caution. He's off track.
That would be Mr. Vern Bradley.
Kick him.
Take a look, see at what happened here. He just kind of spun out. Oh! Who was next to him? That was...
Yeah, he just broke it loose. And then Sanud almost lost it trying to stay out of him. He probably, the only damage to John is he's short, probably.
Oh, Lord.
Vern, looks like Vern's not liking these tires maybe too well at this point, but we'll probably grind it out.
Oh, there he gets loose again. I know he was saying he wanted some more practice on this track tonight, but he didn't get as much as he wanted.
Yep, he had to do league stuff, I think.
There, he's touched the wall. Now he's good for the rest of the race. The wall has officially been burn tested and burn approved.
He's not happy unless
approved.
he's not happy unless he smears my Alienware paint all down the freaking turn one wall.
He's pushing, trying to regain some spots. They're trying to regain up to everybody else.
And while you've been looking at that, Keaton's pulled out. Second lead, second and a half.
B&B was
almost 2
violating that
seconds.
wall.
Wall. Eesh. Lentz went in for that hit earlier, so he should He should be able to stay ahead of these guys with the fresher tires, as long as he can keep them sticking.
Yep.
That
Slide
that
around.
fucking would feel like it's first night in prison.
And that's a problem with pitting here with a 40-mile-an-hour pit lane. He's actually 2 laps down, so he'll get it all back when they pit. But
Yeah.
you get a caution, and you don't at least get that first one back. You know, you get a lucky dog, you could be trapped a lap down for the rest of the race. Especially since this is one caution in 63 laps, so it looks like they're
63.
planning on running. You see, Gone looks like he's fading now because Holland just got around him. And Chuck's looking to close in on him too.
Yeah, it'll be a few laps before Chuck gets back up there, though.
Yep,
Quite a
They'd
gap
like-
between those two.
they might very well pit before then. They're going to probably have to come in 20 laps or less. I'd say probably somewhere around 83. It'll all depend on the leader. If Keaton jumps in there, then they'll definitely follow him in. So they might cut it in half at 75. Ooh, Chuck had the back end hanging out back there.
Yeah, looks like it's loose when they take off on fresh tires, and loose as the tires wear even more. So, see him sliding around there a little bit too, even.
Yeah, if you slide those tires and hang out the back end from the start, it'll just become almost unmanageable by the time you use up the fuel. Oh,
Oh, we got caution. Oh, Mr. McCauley, it looks like.
Kick his ass out.
Go back and look and see what he did. He just spun himself out. Seems to be the theme of the night.
yeah, well, this is the point where everybody's tires are not what they used to be. But good news is no damage to him, no damage to anybody else. So everybody will come in and get some skins. They've got 3 extra sets, so they'll all definitely take tires here and probably again if another one comes out.
You gotta hit the pace car, Mr. McCauley.
Yeah, I'd have kicked his ass out of here. Aren't you an admin, Braze?
I am.
Oh, boot him. See you, motherfucker.
Yeah, so he got trapped behind the pace car, so he's got a tough choice now. I don't know if he'll get the lucky dog or not, McCauley, but he's got to get some tires. He can't, and he's almost out of
Well, I
gas,
think-
so.
Who just went around now?
Looks like that was Brad Patterson that went around him. So that puts him back on the lead lap.
Got all the leaders coming back out of the pits now.
Yep. These two right here, Yancey, who came in for a pit, and McCauley are in kind of a bad spot.
Yep.
Yancey, not so much. He'll get a wave around and be at the tail end of the field, but he's still going to be 1 lap down because he lost 2 pitting. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's a real gamble doing that 2-stop bit because this right here is why it bit him, and he may not get it back the rest of the race. McCauley has to come in, so he's going to be trapped a lap down too. I'm a little puzzled about Yancey coming in again. I'm surprised he didn't go ahead and stay out there and get at least 1 back. But they can go 83 from here. What's that? That's 151 if my math is right. So they can make it from here on fuel.
Keaton challenging the pace car right now. So, Nation, what have you been up to today?
I watched people mow the lawn.
Oh,
Very entertaining.
Boyers.
You can't be watching other people work while you drink beer.
I wasn't even drinking beer at the time.
No?
What's wrong with you?
It was too hot.
Too hot, what, the beer? Or the day?
No, the other day, it was like 80-some degrees here.
That's when it's best. You throw it in a cooler of ice, get it ice cold instead of just refrigerator cold. That's the best.
Look, PB, the lawn got mowed. So, there you are.
Why didn't you mow the
Bob
lawn?
Drungle. The what?
Why did you mow the lawn?
Because I don't like doing that.
And then he called ice afterwards so he didn't have to pay him.
Exactly. By the way, you guys want to be here in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, they got to get the weed eating done, too.
Right on.
Yes, wow, indeed.
Looks like Richard got a little loose on that restart and ended up losing a couple spots there, but you can see Terry up there already bobbling again on these fresh tires, so
Yeah, it's a little hairy on these restarts. Everybody's on cold tires. You can't take it too easy or you're going to get run into or ganged up on. So restarts are a little hairy.
the gangbang.
You'll end up with a McFist in your ass.
As Vern would say, there'd be some bumper humping going on. Maybe not yet.
Oh, no. He just got loose again. He's on the apron. The hell, why can't I remember his name?
Justin Gann? Or I'm sorry, Jeff Gilmore, sorry.
Gilmore, yeah. He's one of the newer guys. I don't know him very well. Don't know his paint very well. Looks like he was able to get it going, but not until he fell back to 16th.
DJ Lee coming up behind him, and Seth Steele.
And just ahead of them, you see Brad Patterson, who was getting lapped not too long ago. He's in 15th now, so he looks like he's getting it figured out a little bit.
Trying to make a challenge for Randy Showers. Looks like Jeff's still having a little bit of problems on the corners there.
What is it to unlock your iRacing UI? I forget all the time.
That I don't know.
UI, Alt U, I don't know. Pushed them all. Didn't work. Whatever.
Alt F4. Don't actually hit that. You know what people I've pissed off because I thought they knew what that does?
Looks like our leaders getting in space between each other again. So you got Keaton Tripp running first. Justin Gann behind him. Chuck Sweeting is going to be behind them. Which means Terry and Richard fell back again.
Richard's not too far back, but he's getting some heat from 33. And Roy Hyde looks like he's
I was going to say Roy's getting up there on him now. Putting some pressure on the 33 at Terry.
That's 4th, 5th, and 6th there.
Getting a little loose there.
top 10 have kind of been the same. They've kind of been shuffling around with maybe the exception of Roy moving up. He was hanging around the tail end of that top 10, I think, when we started.
Can we do the view from the cars? You mean inside the car? Like here?
Yeah. So the answer is no. You cannot do that.
You can do the roll bar, you can do the
Shut up! I'm your
gyro,
attorney. You just sit there quietly.
look from behind.
Yeah, he's got Roy under him now. Well, that run failed. Again, it's that low line. They look like they're getting a run going in, but the top side gets the run off. Yeah, top side gets the run off.
This is Terry Kahn. He's trying to catch up to Richard Holland right now.
Why come their name isn't on the dashboard?
It usually is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, isn't it?
May not be able to see it with these view camera views. These guys kind of put quite a bit of gap on ninth and the rest. Which Vern's worked. He's trying to work his way back into 10th. He's trying to get under Wagner right now. If he can do that, he's going to work on Jacob Daniels. Yep, he's going to get Wagner. Now he's going to start working on Daniels. Whoa, and I even got way loose. He saved it.
Because he was fucking answering an email.
Looks like Vern's going to get Daniels, and he's going to take Wagner on through with him.
There's your current top 10 on the left there of the screen.
She's kind of bossy, isn't she?
Eh. I mean,
You got to give the fans what they want.
the first word of that sentence kind of tells it all, Nation.
Staying out of that shit.
You got to keep the talent happy. Isn't that right, B&B?
See this battle right here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a caution. Where we got? Let's see. Previous. Oh, and it was Terry.
Terry Kahn, yeah.
Yep, spinning himself again and didn't touch anybody. He did make contact with the wall that time, so he's probably going to have to come in for a pit to fix that.
Yep, running on that ragged edge, you're going to eventually, you can't catch it every time. And you're just going to make your tires mad and it's going to get worse, so.
We'll see how this all comes around here. Interesting to see. Is everybody gonna come in for pits?
Yeah, Roy did a hell of a job missing that, but it looked like he didn't get too much damage off the wall, so as long as he's steering all right, he should be okay.
Looks like just about everybody
Yeah,
came in.
they're all going to come get tires. They got 2 extra sets, so might as well get them. I left 2 in the pits last night. They don't gain you any positions sitting on the truck.
Spin and win. I mean, it's possible.
I think one of the old Daytonas, Buddy Baker changed his own tire and still won the race before they had pit crews. Yeah, you see Terry Khan, he's the last one in the pit, still sitting there, so he's got a little bit of damage he's trying to get fixed up. Kind of hard to get much of it done on these short tracks. The pace car comes back around so fast.
So on this restart, once they get settled back down, we'll walk through the startup cars and see who's all where as they came out of the pits and get lined back up under the pace car. Looks like they settled out. So we got Keaton Tripp's going to start first. Austin Wagner has moved up, and he's going to be second now. Chuck Sweeting is third. Richard Holland is fourth. Roy Hyde fifth. Tommy Haynes is going to start sixth. Rick Fagone is going to start seventh. Vern Bradley moving up to eighth place. Ivan Jones to ninth, and Randy Showers has moved up to 10th place. Justin
saw a little bit of
dropped way down to 18th place.
Yep, he was the last one out getting repairs, so that's not a surprise. Looks like McCauley's back on the lead lap. He must have got the lucky dog. And everybody else is multiple laps down, if not parked.
Not exactly sure what happened with Justin.
But, didn't he... What? Oh, that was Terry.
No, that was Terry was the one in the incident.
Oh, right on. Terry Kahn, Justin Gahn. That's just too close for me.
I think it's Justin Gann, if I recall.
Gann?
Well, that's what we've been going with. He hasn't corrected us, so...
Sure.
Base
So you
cars
got
in.
newcomers Vern and Ivan up there.
Green flag, and they are off.
Scott got a good jump that time, kind of stayed
Yes,
with
he
him.
did.
See if he'll be able to make something of it. You got Wagner up there. I wonder if he only took 2 tires since they didn't have but 20 laps on these. He might have only taken 2 because he was back there with Vern and fighting for 10th or so.
Yep.
And 2 right sides will make it even looser. In theory, and left sides will make it tighter.
That'd be a no, maybe. Chuck blinking there a little bit.
I noticed a few different ones blinking tonight. I wonder if the server's a little flaky.
All right, so we'll go through the line. We got Keaton Tripp currently in the lead.
Hang on that.
Oh.
Tommy just went around by himself. Didn't hit anybody, didn't hit anything. So it's the same thing we've been seeing all night.
Kick him.
Going around, just losing it. And Vern doing a nice job dodging.
Yeah, we need your freaking spin me right round, baby.
Don't you make him sing. I swear to everything holy.
Come on.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Yeah, all right.
Record
Got my lighter out.
right
Go.
round, round.
Yeah, you see how he gets closer to the mic when he does that?
I can get
Wait,
even
do you
closer
see
if
how
you
he does
want,
it,
Nation.
or do you hear how he does it? Oh.
You that crazy? You got freaking Nation's underwear in a kerfuffle.
Wow, must be pissed me off night.
Hey, I've been taking it really easy on you tonight.
I mean, it's better to be pissed off than pissed on, Nation.
Dude, are we in 3rd grade?
Maybe.
No, kindergarten.
No, that's close enough.
Yeah, so it didn't look like anybody bothered to come in on that one. Not a big surprise. They all just got tires. So grid's not going to change too much other than Tommy losing a bunch of spots.
Hey, ask Ivan to go through his family tree. I bet he can do it.
Hey, don't be mad because they like the singing.
No, I was just his typing and racing thing.
Tommy fell all the way back to 19th. That hurts. See, another one that's another couple that have gotten up there is Sanu and Brad Patterson. They're in 10th and 11th now, so they're climbing their way up through the field, just staying out of trouble.
Vern is now up in 6th place.
Yeah, he got a couple of people on that. Didn't he start in 8th or something?
Vern started in 17th.
Close to last.
Well, I mean on the restart.
Oh, on that restart? Yeah, I think he was 8th or 9th. I can't remember.
See Vern, a little anxious, trying to do some tire warming that doesn't work, but some of that's just to kill time on the pace laps. They seem forever when you're in the car.
Caution number 4. Next time around, we'll have 50 laps to go. Teammates up front. So on this restart, you got Keaton Tripp, Austin Wagner, Chuck Sweeting's going to be 3rd, Richard Holland 4th, Roy Hyde 5th, Vern Bradley 6th, Ricky Facone is 7th, Ivan Jones 8th, Randy Showers 9th, and John Sanu is going to start in 10th. Pace cars down. So Chuck start to anticipate the jump a little bit there.
Yeah, they all got a decent start anyway. I think Wagner's might be a little slower because I think he's on 2 tires. He's about got to be. Yeah, you see him getting a little loose up there. Uh-oh, they're crashing in about 15th. I think that was Roy was in that.
Kick him.
Oh, Roy's up here with these guys.
Okay, another white car then.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
racing.
that took out some cars.
Yeah. It was in the middle of a pack and there was nowhere they could go.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, was that Brad?
33 into Brandon.
Yeah. Jacob Daniels got it. DJ again. Yep. That's what it looked like.
Looking at it one more time. A lot of vehicles involved in that.
Yeah, it looked like a racing deal. They both, 23 wanted to go for the same hole.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm such a child.
You gotta stay young.
Oh, God, I hope so.
It's caution
That's
number
unfortunate
5.
for them. Yep, number 5, and once again, TJ got in the middle of that, so he's all messed up. That's pretty much been TJ's season.
That's been his entire season in both series.
Kick him. I swear if I was an admin, there'd be like the pace car going around and that's it.
Right, the race should be over in like freaking 10 laps because everybody be kicked.
Hell yeah.
That guy turned left. Kick him.
Hey, you see that motherfucker turn left? Kick him.
Looks like
All right.
TJ's not too bad off, but it looks like his right front is poking out a little bit, maybe.
In this restart, we got Keaton is going to be first. Again. Austin Wagner second. Chuck Sweeting is going to start third. Richard Holland is going to start fourth. Vern moved up another spot to fifth. Roy Hyde's going to be sixth. Ricky Fagone's going to be seventh. Ivan Jones is going to start in eighth place. Randy Showers is going to start ninth. And Brad Patterson is going to round out your top 10 on this restart.
Oh, he picked up another spot too out of that. Holland looks like he was a loser. I don't know if he came into the pits, got some tires or what, but he's in 11th now, right? No, I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong one. Okay, I was on the wrong list. Sorry about that.
So you made a mistake. Braze, kick him.
Oh, I make lots of lots of.
Look, if we're
And then there
kicking,
wouldn't
if
be
we're
anybody in
kicking
the
the
broadcast
broadcasters for mistakes, I wouldn't even be here.
Kick him. I'd be here because I don't call the fucking race.
Well, maybe I should kick you.
Well, but then there wouldn't be, it'd just be a pace car anyway, so there wouldn't be anything to call. Look, pace car's making a left turn. Oh, wait, left turn? Kick him.
Austin out there picking on his teammate.
Yeah, you see Randy Showers up in ninth, so he's gained a few spots in that last little interval.
Chuck getting a nice jump on that one. Around Austin.
Let's see the top 10 again. Gee, can we get you a beer and some peanuts too? Son of a...
They scroll across the top of the screen too.
I did not notice that.
You gotta wait for that. I don't see it scrolling right now.
Yeah, there ain't no sense in waiting. Who wants to do that? It's like waiting for a microwave. Fuck that.
Okay, it's not
Right.
scrolling. It's jumping.
Paging, I guess you'd call that.
If I do this. Oh, I think I just killed it.
Did good job.
We know
What?
whose fault that is. Kicker.
Why don't you push a few more buttons and see what they do?
Yeah, no doubt. See if you can set that PC on fire.
Oh, I threw that was getting squirrely in the tri-oval there. They got it figured out though.
Give me my list back. Oh, now it's your list.
Well, then you fix it.
How about I give you? How about I do this? I give you half the list.
Well, there's a joke in there somewhere. I can think of it. Or Braze is my friend, and I'm not going to say it.
Chuck's pushing. You want?
God, there's a joke there too.
There's a lot of a joke there.
Oh,
There's a 3 wide for ninth right now, but it looks like it's gonna get settled out. Okay.
we got 3 wide again.
Clump of trucks there. If someone makes a mistake in that pack, it's going to be ugly. Looks like they're getting it settled down, though. Nope.
Yeah.
Brad says, like, nope, not yet. We're getting a run on the high side. Thank you very much. John's being a gentleman there and not slamming the door on him coming out.
Oh, I think he got a stern talking to.
See Brad coming in a little slower. You see him catch up to him in the back, and he runs off, gets a good run off.
Terry's still kind of bobbling on his corners. I don't know if that's just his wheel that's doing that to him, or if his truck is actually doing that, because he seems to be bobbling a lot more than everybody else.
You can keep it on the verge of broke loose and actually use that to turn you in the center a little bit. So I'd say he's probably just hanging it out on the edge. That was a little. Sorry, I was watching Vern and Brad and them.
Wait, how'd Vern end up dropping that far back? What happened? What did I miss?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. I don't know if he was the one on the apron a while ago or what. He might have been the one that broke it loose in the tri-oval. Start-finish line.
Jumping back up here by Roy. Roy currently running 4th place.
Yeah, so he's had a good run, slowly climbed up through the ranks, keeping it out of trouble. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a podium out of it, but he's right up there within sight of him anyway.
We still got 30 to go, so got with 30 to go. That gives them about 60 laps on these tires and fuel. So depending on their pit strategies and what tires they took will depend on how that works out for them.
When did they? I guess you probably got the ticker that tells when they pitted, huh?
That doesn't work, apparently.
I'm just one step above Nation when it comes to knowing what's going on. I mean, the only reason that is because he's probably watching the broadcast.
Yeah, you're about 15 seconds ahead of me. But if I remember correctly, can't you do that in iRacing?
Austin brought back too.
I can, yeah. I'm watching my own cameras.
But no, can't you see when they pitted and all that crap?
Kind of. You gotta go look at their laps, whichever their slow lap time was.
It's been many years since I've had iRacing installed on this car.
So you knowingly lied to me the other day.
What?
You and I were having a conversation, and when we were doing the practice race last week, before the practice race, you had said, "Brace, you race it, I will race with you."
Knowingly lied to you. Yes, I did. But see, I didn't lie about lying.
I mean, you didn't tell me you were lying, so you can't really lie about lying if you didn't tell me
Just
you were
now
lying.
told you that.
Omitting facts, not lying.
Exactly. Thank you, Your Honor.
Looks like they came in at 105 about.
I've got them in about 37 laps on the tires. Or 37 laps on this run from the pits. Got TJ's at 24 laps. Mr. McCulley's at 30 laps. Brandon Showers at 23. Dave Daniels at 24. Pretty much everybody else is at 38 now.
Yeah.
Somebody's got a pit.
You see Sanu there, he's trying to dive down low, but goes in deep and looks like he's going to be able to clear him, but loses all that momentum off.
Tommy Haynes holding high.
Well, B&B, you can't see the top 10, but it's Keaton Tripp, Richard Hall, Chuck Sweeting, Roy Hyde, Ricky.
I've got the top 10 up.
One. Oh, do you? Okay.
I do.
It wasn't on there a second ago.
Oh, it's not?
It is now.
It's a.
Maybe I'm not live on my broadcast.
Oh, that could be. Back up here to Keaton Tripp. Currently has a 0.3 second lead in front of Richard Holland. Richard's got a 1.3 gap between him and Chuck.
Yep, they've kind of settled it out, and they've actually gapped Roy Hyde. He was about 2 seconds back a few laps ago, so those three are stretching it out.
Heard your name and got a phone. You have a weird ringtone.
What's going on, Diana? Will you tell Mama Riddle that we said hi?
That's my baby girl.
We were definitely doing the thoughts and prayers for her last night. Doing them again tonight. Hope everything's going well with you and your family.
Hey, you didn't ask me dick about my family.
Was I supposed to ask you about your family?
Well, I think I would appreciate it.
How is your family, Nation?
I don't know.
So Nation, your mom and your sister, how is she?
You don't want to know how mom is, and I don't have a sister.
Oh, I thought they were the same person. That's why I said, how is she?
No, I don't. I'm not from West Virginia.
Oh.
Ricky coming up on Roy, trying to make that swap into fourth place. You got Tommy Haynes behind them. Currently running sixth place. Austin
Yeah, you
Wagner.
see Chuck's losing more time. Roy's losing some time. Looks like maybe they've burned their stuff up a little bit.
Sanu trying to do the inside and get around there. Austin looks like he broke loose and ended up falling back.
He's been working on that since you had the camera on him last.
Austin's
It's
not
so-
touching the wall.
Just so hard to get it hooked up coming off that bottom.
Behind them, you got Randy Showers. Ghost Energy drink truck. Burn tagging the wall behind them again. Just saw that.
He did pick up a couple of spots.
Fighting with Mr. Daniels. Trying to hold on to that 10th spot. Looks like Jacob's going to get around him. Or maybe not quite. Not quite. Nope.
Missed it by that much.
Missed it by that much.
What does that 21 truck? What paint is that?
The 21? It is a Ghost energy drink truck.
I've never heard of that.
Kind of like the GG, the advanced GG, energy sups. I'm trying to think of the other ones.
Or shit I've never heard of. Do I look like a person that drinks energy drinks?
No, you drink beer. You're all aware of that.
Exactly. I drink D-energy drink.
Are you sure that's how you want to leave that sentence?
I mean, it's true.
You drink D energy drink.
Yeah, where you take away energy. Kind of like de-icing a car where you take away ice.
There you go. That was better clarification.
What the fuck? I've got a twisted mind and I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, we do have 8 laps left here.
Way to put it.
Got 8 laps left, and Holland's falling back from in second, and third is falling back from him. So
We'll go ahead and we'll run down through all the cars or trucks tonight. So we got where they're at right now.
Here we go.
So you got Keaton Tripp is in first place. Richard Holland is currently holding on to second. Chuck Sweeting is currently holding on to third. Ricky Fagone is going to hold on to fourth right now.
he got around Roy for that spot. Tommy Haynes just got by him.
Too.
So Tommy's in 5th, Roy's in 6th now.
5th, Roy's running 6th. Yeah, Austin Wagner is currently running 7th. John Snoo's behind him in 8th.
9th
Making
is
a
Randy
push.
Showers. Yeah, he's been working on Austin, but he just hasn't been able to get the pass done. He's going to have a hard time.
Showers is currently 9th. You got Jacob Daniels is going to run in 10th right now. Vern Bradley has moved back up a little bit. Currently running 11th.
Yeah, he couldn't get around Jacob, and he's kind of hanging out in 11th now.
Yeah, kind of looks like everybody's just kind of hanging out. We got 5 to go. So we'll try and get through the rest of these guys. You got Ivan Jones back here in 12th place. Then you got Seth Steele is going to be behind him. You got TJ Lee running in 14th place. Saw him get caught up in some stuff earlier tonight. Not exactly like he wanted to run. You know, Brandon Showers having a rough time behind him, we just saw. So he was bouncing off the wall. You got Gary right behind him. Mr. McCauley is running behind him. And you got Brad Patterson. Let's see if we can find Brad here.
I'm not sure what happened to Brad. He fell back quite a bit. Maybe he's finding the tires aren't to his liking, but he's the last one on the lead lap. Actually, he's the last car on the track. Everybody else is in the garage.
Oh, that's the leader catching up to him.
Yep, he was running in the top 10 not long ago, and all of a sudden he's clear back there, so I'm not sure what happened.
We got 2 to go. You can see when you go out to this camera view, there's no one behind him.
All right, time for me to get in the car. Here we go.
Diana coming on with the
Shit.
31 for the driver of the day.
I'm going to go with the 3.
You're going to go with the 3?
Yes, sir.
Not in the chat. It don't count.
Fucking motherfucker. There, fucker. Hey, if dead Mexicans can vote, I can vote.
Wait, what?
You know what I mean.
Mama Riddle said 31. Nation says 3. David Hyde says 0 zeros. Roy?
Oh, wait. Mama Road said 30. I forgot to put the 1. That's all. I just forgot the 1.
Oh, is
That's
that
it.
what you did?
Yeah, I got a shitty keyboard. My bad. The 1 doesn't work. I spilled beer on it or some shit. Who's the 33?
33 is
Gan. Or no,
Terry Khan.
Terry Khan. See, I'm never going to get those two, keep those two straight. So now they are Terry Smith and Dustin Johnson.
You just made my head hurt.
All right. Well, we've got the winner up here waiting to come in, so we'll go ahead and kick this
Just leave
interview
me
off.
out of these interviews.
Leave you out of the interviews? Why would we leave you out of the interview?
Because I'm a bad interviewer person guy.
Oh, okay. Keaton Tripp, we got you up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Keaton, 2 in a row.
Heck yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite tracks. And I was pretty excited to see it on the first race of the playoffs. So
Just watch your teammate take you out there.
yeah,
So
the car's immobile now.
I am not 100% sure, but I think you led just about every lap of the race tonight.
I thought I might have. I don't remember anyone.
Yeah, it says
Leading
you
lap
did
on the pace
150,
last
so
time.
I wasn't sure if there was one where, like, during the pits that, or not during pits, during yellow. I know Michael was kind of out there, and when you guys went into pits, and I didn't know how it counted, but it looks like you led every lap tonight, showing everybody how it's done. I mean, didn't look like anybody really had much for you tonight. There was a couple restarts. It looked like that you had some challenges, but you were able to hold them off and hold on to your spot. And I mean, you said this is your favorite track. What can you tell us about how you decided to handle everything tonight?
There's something about this track I've always liked. I just like that you can run about anywhere in 3 and 4, and then I've always been pretty solid at 1 and 2, backing up my entry and help keep the car balanced and stuff. And definitely helped that I started on pole and kept the clean air all night. That was definitely important, especially with these trucks. But yeah, it's just I don't know what it is with this track. I've always liked it.
It looked like you weren't breaking loose a whole lot, or at least keeping it to a minimum, and kept them tires as happy as you could. And some of them behind you were really sawing on the wheel and then kind of fall back. So you think that was a lot of it, just being able to keep out in that clean air and keep a nice smooth run going?
Yeah, for sure. I noticed when Chuck was behind me, he was definitely getting into the corner a little hotter than I was. I was just maintaining my pace and making sure he couldn't get on my outside, and I figured he would fall off. And then once he fell off, Richard started coming up. I was like, oh boy, I thought he was gonna make a run for me, and I think we stayed like 3 car lengths away from each other for about maybe 10, 15 laps, and then I kind of just slowly started to pull away from him. I think that was probably the clean air, and yeah, these trucks are definitely sensitive on that, and I just knew I had to stay up front all night and hold a steady wheel and stay in control.
Well, and you definitely showed the control and kept control and led the whole way. So, congratulations on that. Is there anybody you want to thank for tonight's P1?
Aside from
You,
me.
I gotta thank you, Nation, of course. But yeah, you guys putting on these broadcasts every week are always fun to go back and watch. And Austin, Andrew, Noah, and mom and dad watching at home, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, congratulations tonight, and we'll see you next week. I can't remember where we're at next week.
Is it
Bristol.
Bristol?
It's Bristol.
Yep, it's Bristol next
It's
week.
not dirt. I don't think it's dirt, really. I think that's an error.
Okay, I was gonna ask that because I saw on the schedule thing online it was dirt.
Well, this was Iowa Road. It was pretty easy
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, I seen that too. I was kind of
believe-
hoping it'd be Bristol dirt. I thought that'd be kind of interesting. Be fun.
Yeah, for the chase, there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't be too happy about that.
What do they do when they change Bristol to dirt? Do they use
They
different
haul it
tires?
all in there. I don't know about that.
I mean, do they put
imagine
snow tires on these fucking things?
I think they have a dirt
Dirt
tire
tires.
for 'em.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's got any more tread than.
Oh, I'm not Googling that shit. Braysville.
No, I ain't got time for that tonight.
That seems like a lot of work
anyways.
to drag all that dirt into Bristol and then drag it all out again, but whatever.
It's going to be a pain in the ass.
Well,
But
Keaton,
they're probably getting $50 an hour to do it. So, hey.
you brought the broom with you tonight, swept car and truck, and we'll see you next week in Bristol.
Yeah, impressive weekend. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you guys. See you next week.
Good job, brother.
Thank you.
All right. So, let's get our next person up here. Mr. Richard Holland.
Who?
How's it going, guys? Is that Nation?
It
No,
is.
shut up.
I'm glad it's not. This is going to upset my whole night.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a dick.
Wow.
What's going on, Richard?
What's happening, buddy?
Another night. Beautiful night of broadcasting.
You up here causing hate and discontent?
Well, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yes, these presents, yeah.
Bert has some questions for you.
I do?
Of course you do.
Oh,
It's Richard
okay.
Holland.
So, Richard, are you scared of clowns?
I'm scared of Nation. He's a clown.
That was fucked up.
Seriously, though, you had a good run tonight. Second's not bad. And, good points tonight for you. It looked like you and Chuck were putting everything you had into trying to catch Keaton, and he just kind of burned you guys out. Was it that you guys kind of used up your stuff trying to stay with him, or what do you think is the reason you couldn't put a run on him there at the end?
Yeah, Chuck and I were just talking down there, and I don't know what Keaton does here, but he's obviously really, really good, really fast, smooth. He's not using a lot of wheel in the corners somehow, but he's still fast, and it makes you, when you're trying to run him down, you're using tire, and he's still not out front, and then he can just drive away, and because he's just fast and he's saving tire somehow. So yeah, we basically used it up, and then we had nothing for him, which I knew was going to happen. But Chuck and I had the same thought process there, just at different times. He tried it really early, and I tried it a little bit late to catch him and just use it up, trying to get around him, hoping that if you could clear him, that the clean air would help, but I couldn't even get near him really. So yeah, I don't know. I tried different things during the race, different runs. I tried to be real easy on it throughout the run, and I tried to drive it really hard, and I don't know. It didn't seem to make that much difference. Um, I don't know. I have no idea. I
We,
I got no answers for that.
well, you were pretty much top five all night. Kind of changed spots here and there, and it looked like a couple of times you had a run on him, and would take it down to the bottom, and um, down there it just seemed like it was really hard to get some grip off and get that pass completed, and then it would kind of kill your momentum, plus irritate your tires. So is that kind of what you were seeing when you were trying to get those runs down there?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's exactly what was happening. If you're the leader or you're who out front, you always want to force the guy to the inside if he's catching you and trying to pass you. And that's what Keaton did, obviously. And I just went where I could go, and it's just really difficult to get it in there and carry speed, put the power down, and drive it off the corner, especially with someone out on the outside of you. So yeah, I mean, like I said, there was nothing we could do. I didn't have anything for Keaton last night. Sure as hell didn't have anything for him tonight. So he dominated this place this week. So got to hand it to him. But yeah, that was about it, Bert. We tried everything we could, and it just used it up. That's all.
Well, you gave it a good run, gave it a good try, and kept it out of trouble, and brought it home in second. So nothing to be ashamed of there. That's going to give you some good points for going into Bristol next week. How do you feel about Bristol? You like those short rhythm tracks, or you afraid about the breaking points and all that kind of thing?
I actually like Bristol. Like, I like running it, but what worries me is, when you have 25, 30 people, a lot of stuff can happen. I mean, I recall a league race once. I think it was in the trucks. I was leading the race and got taken out by a lap car. It's just the place. There's no room. And it's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Past
it's
mile, it don't take long to catch the
yeah.
back of the pack.
And the worst part is when you're trying to pass them, the place is so narrow. It's just there's very little room for error. If the guy in front of you, gets loose, or if he happens to hit the wall and he kind of bounces off the wall, you can easily get collected in that. So it's a tough place to. I enjoy running it. Um, the rhythm of it, and it feels like you're doing like 500 miles an hour there. But as far as racing it and trying to come out of there with a clean car and a good finish, it's very, very tough.
Well, the good news is if the doors get caved in or the back end, you can still run around there without too much problem. So hopefully,
Mhm.
you'll be able to keep it together and end up with a good finish. Um, Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank my teammates, and I want to thank Hal. And I don't know exactly what's going on with him and his family, but we're thinking about them and whatever he's got going on. So um, we haven't talked with him, so we don't really know for sure. But we're thinking about him anyways, the whole family. Want to thank you guys for doing the broadcast. I know Vern enjoyed being able to get out there and race, so that was pretty cool of you guys to do that. Just everybody that puts on this league at week to week basis, the fans, the drivers that make it fun to race here, and yeah, I just thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next week. See what Bristol brings.
Thank you. You guys put on a pretty good show tonight. We appreciate you keeping it keeping it exciting out there. And I wanted to be out there tonight, but I'm not in the point. So glad to see Vern get in there. And congratulations on second again. And
Oh yeah,
hopefully talk to you next week.
wait.
Oh,
A minute,
We're not.
Richard, you're not going
I wasn't gonna
anywhere.
let him go. I wasn't gonna let him go. I was actually gonna feed off. So you were just bringing up the Eighmey Nation, and they came out tonight and voted you driver of the day.
oh, that's right.
Nice, nice. So Eighmey Nation did come out and vote and support us, man. That's awesome. I didn't
Mama
know
Riddle
what was
voted
going
for
on.
you. Diana
That's
voted
awesome.
for
Yeah.
you.
Like I
Just
say, I knew they had something going on. I didn't know if they were able to watch the race or whatever, but we appreciate them guys each and every week and their support they give us. That's for sure. So thank you guys.
And just so you know, Nation voted for the 3, and then when he
No,
saw they were all voting for you,
he's
he like a little lemming,
Yeah,
jumped in line and I
yeah,
forgot the 1.
he's
I meant the 31.
Yeah,
Really?
see,
Oh, wow.
yeah, yeah.
I
He's a
see.
bandwagon guy.
Oh, shut up, Richard. Good
Vern
job,
knows
buddy.
how he is.
No,
Old
that's
Nation.
good. Thanks for the good wishes for them. We all feel that way. They're as much
Absolutely.
as family as anybody, or racing family. So we wish them all the best. Everybody at WFO.
Yeah,
We try
absolutely.
to.
But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. You guys did a good job on the broadcast. Appreciate everything. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, Richard. Have a good night.
Congratulations on your P2 and your driver of the day. And we will see you next week in Bristol.
Yep. Thanks,
I
guys.
think that driver of the day was rigged.
Brother.
You think it was rigged?
Hey, you shut your
It
mouth.
was rigged. I should have been the driver of the day. I'm pissed.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
unfortunately, B&B didn't even vote for you as driver of the day, Vern.
What the fuck?
Oh, zing. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I'm about done supporting these people. I'm going to a different league next season. I'm done with it. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You show me a better one, and I'll go with you.
I didn't say it was going to be better, Nation. It's just different.
Oh, well, Bob's your uncle.
Well, we got one more
All
interview
right.
yet.
Yeah,
so
you got to get Chuck. He's probably ready
get
to.
Chuck up here.
He's probably
Little
hurry
salmon.
up, butters.
Chuck Sweeting, you got a copy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We're doing good. You're in the booth with the crew.
Blah, 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 blah.
The whole damn crew.
Bert,
All
Nation,
these
Vern,
fuckers.
and Brazen.
Even me.
Yeah, Vern even came up for your interview.
All right.
Well, third place, nothing really to hang your head about. I mean, we saw you giving her hell trying to get up there. You were giving Keaton hell on a lot of the restarts, and just kind of run us through the race and how everything kind of ran down for you.
Oh man, I couldn't figure out what was the right thing to do all night. Obviously Keaton's got it figured out. Didn't matter which car he was driving, he still pulled away. But I don't know. I saved the first half of the race and thought maybe I could be good on the long run. That didn't work. And then at the end there, I just drove as hard as I could, and hell, that was even worse. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but yeah, third's nothing to sneeze at. So I'll take it, and we'll move on to another short track next week and see if I can do a little bit better.
Well,
You mean you like Bristol?
No, I hate Bristol.
Dude, I like Bristol about as much as I like eating chalk.
Yeah, that's about what it's like.
We're talking about the unflavored chalk.
Yeah, that place is tough. It's fun if you're out there by yourself, but you put 30 guys out there with you, and it gets narrow, and
Yeah.
the setup's loose. The walls come up quick, and I don't know.
Yeah, that fucking
it's like
track's about as wide as a sidewalk.
It's like
Yeah.
a jar of angry bees.
Yeah, if you ever get loose there, it's really hard to save it without snapping into
Right.
the outside or the inside wall or the guy next to you. So, yeah, it's a handful, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, the bright side is not having any fenders. You can still go about as fast. Either
Yeah,
way.
and no point in repairing it. There ain't no error there, so
Right.
not much anyway.
Yeah, it looked like you were running it pretty hard there at the end. You got some pretty good restarts, but he just outlasted you and Richard both, and it just seemed like he was just right on his line the whole time, and just let you guys wear your stuff out. Is that kind of how you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, he had clean air, which is a little bit of an advantage, but he could go where he wanted to every lap and hit it perfectly, and I struggled with that all night. I mean, I could be consistent, but I wasn't fast and consistent. So I don't know. He's really, really comfortable at this track, and I followed him for a while there at the end, and he would hit within a couple of inches of the exact same line in 1 and 2 every single lap, and that saved his tires, and I was hurting mine, and I did everything I could short of taking him out. I'm not going to do that. So Yeah, congrats to him, and we'll try to work on this, see if we can figure out. This track used to be so different. It used to be top line dominant in 3 and 4, and I don't know where the line is anymore. So I need to spend some time and try to figure it out if we come back here.
Yeah, and then
Me
of
both.
course he was only leaving you the low side, so that's really difficult to do
Yeah,
anything with anybody down there.
that's even harder. I got on his outside a couple of times in the middle of 1 and 2, but then he'd get on the throttle and then get clear of me before we got off the corner. So, but
He was getting it to hook up tonight, that's for sure. There was a lot of people behind you guys that were sawing that wheel all night trying to get it to hook up off, and you could sure see it after about 30, 40, 50 laps. They just started falling back because the rears just wouldn't hook up anymore.
yeah, it's very different from last night's setup. Last night's setup had a lot of rear grip. Tonight did not. You could really over rotate the car on throttle, and you had to be really careful about that. I'm surprised the first half of the race went as smoothly as it did, because I thought we were going to have just a shit ton of cautions at the beginning. But everybody, I always underestimate how good these guys are, and they did an awesome job again tonight. So, and it was a handful.
Yeah, and they all did good. They were mostly all single spins. There was only one with multiple cars, I think, and otherwise it was just people losing it on their own and doing some lawn work. Got it
Yeah.
going again.
Yeah, easy to do. I did it a few times in practice. I'm like, I cannot do that in the race, and fortunately, I didn't. But I come close a couple times.
Well, still a good job on third. It get you some good points to get you some momentum for the chase, keep you in it. Probably gonna need every point to keep up with them guys with the 9. What are they? 11 boys.
419.
419. 619.
Whatever they are, they're so damn
350,
fast.
whatever.
They're so damn fast half the time you can't
And a
see 'em.
RC, I can do it too.
I think pretty sure Jenny's got their number or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
God damn.
I've struggled this whole season, and of course the competition has gotten tougher and better, and so I it's not been a bad season, but it's not been one of my best. But we'll keep digging, and you never know what's going to happen. So we'll keep trying and see what we can do.
Yep, this season, a couple of bad races. It really has a lot bigger impact this season. But you've got it up there in the chase, and you're right in the hunt. So we wish you good luck next week.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for
So is there
filling
anybody you
in.
want to thank? We didn't ask you if you wanted to thank anybody.
Just you guys, Vern, Michael, everybody, for all the work they do. You guys for
And me.
and you for supporting the broadcast,
You
Keep
lying motherfucker.
keeping it going. No, hey, I got somebody that watches every week, and it's because you guys, put the time in that you're able to keep the broadcast going, and I
The guy that
appreciate it.
painted your truck. The guy that painted your truck. I'm just saying.
What's that? Oh yeah, that guy that painted my truck, man, he's awesome. You ought to check him out sometime. I appreciate it, Bert. Half the damn field's got your paints on there, I think.
6, 8 or so of them.
I always tell when they are, because they're so shiny. It looks so good.
Everybody
It's
likes their chrome. They're all hooked on their chrome.
Yeah, it looks really good. You do it better than anybody, though. It's amazing. I mean, I've had other guys that are painter friends, and they look at it and they're like, "Damn, who did that for you?" I'm like, "Hey, a friend of mine did it. He's pretty good."
He's a hacker. He
Um,
has.
I'm getting kind of tired of your paint, so it's about time for you to get a new one.
Hey, I'm up for it. Well, if we got to
Switch to a
change
third, bro.
cars, if we're going to change cars to that the new ARCA car, Gen 4 car, or whatever we're going to run next year, I'll be needing one. So
I can't lie though. I just pay the autistic kid upstairs to do them for me.
okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, congratulations on that note.
Blowing that right off the rails,
congratulations.
yeah.
Congratulations, Chuck, on your P3 tonight.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the work you've been doing, and I look forward to watching the broadcast back. So appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a great night.
You, Chuck.
You too.
You too, brother.
All right, see you guys.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah, Brazy, that's one thing, man. You're getting a lot better at this each week. So, man, thanks for running the cameras, running the admin, running Nation out of the booth. You just running
He
a lot
didn't
of
kick
things.
enough people, I don't think.
He didn't kick anybody though.
That's what I mean. That's not nearly enough people.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being up here with me in the booth tonight. Obviously,
Hey,
that
I tried
helps.
to be up here and Bert ran me off.
I wanted to race, but I figured you probably wanted to race
You
more.
raced last night, dude. It's all fair.
I did race last night, and I really wanted to race again tonight.
For those of you that are still watching, if you have not already, make sure to hit that like, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Share the stream with others. Have them watch it and say, "Hey, watch these village idiots do this stream." It's kind of entertaining, kind of, not fully,
Then you're
but kind
gonna
of.
be off their email list.
Yeah, put it through a chainmail. Let's get the chainmail things restarted.
Christmas cards you
yeah.
will not get.
But anyways, from the booth and everybody up here in the booth, I want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. We had a good stream tonight. We had a good race tonight. Appreciate all the drivers, the clean driving that they did. It was an amazing race. Thank you all. We'll see you next week in Bristol. And have a great night. Later on, everybody.
We go.
Good night.